Welcome, Junior Detectives, to the continuing story of Crime City, a monthly stage show in the style of old-time radio, recorded live at the Theatre on King in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. This month's episode, Strike While the Iron is Bought? Or Flowers for Automaton, starring Mike Judson as Victor Marshall, Marsala Lukianchuk as Lilian Steele, Kenn Gibb as Brad Bramble, Dan Smith as the narrator and Chief Gary Marshall, Mélanie Dubois as Peggy Sparks, Adam Martignetti as Pablo Rascallo, Kate Story as Ingrid Iron, Megan Murphy as Wednesday Williams and Sue Safe, and Matt Gilbert as the Crime Minister. With live sound effects by Lindsay Unterlander and original music by Adam Martignetti. Crime City is written and produced by Andrew Root. We apologize for a few instances of distortion during the recording. Do not adjust your radio.
Greetings, Junior Detectives! Shine your badge, put on your trench coat, and grab your magnifying glass. It's time to set your radio dial to intrigue for another exciting episode of Crime City, brought to you by Zap-It brand microwave ovens, Steinem Community College, and everyone's favorite radio drama, Dr. Lady Pilot. Crime City, home to the fiends, scoundrels, and ne'er-do-wells of the world. A cesspool of illegality. Honest citizens fear to walk the streets after dark. But one man stands against crime in Crime City, honor-bound to serve justice and protect the innocent. Our hero, Victor Marshall, private detective.
Victor Marshall, at your service.
Exiled from a corrupt police force, Victor Marshall, with the help of his boy sidekick,
Brad Bramble, adventure scout, first class.
You're not my sidekick.
Saving the world
Don't.
with scouting.
God damn it.
and his trusted colleague, Lilian Steele.
Hello.
Aim to clean up crime in Crime City. What nefarious foes will our heroes face in their quest to uphold the law? Find out in tonight's breathtaking installment, Strike While the Iron is Bought, or Flowers for Automaton. In our last episode, the Crime Minister revealed the linchpin of Project Persephone, his dastardly plot to eliminate our beloved Lilian Steele, a cyborg controlled by the very living brain of Lilian's old squad commander, Ingrid Iron. But our team of crime fighters have called in a few ringers, namely Peggy Sparks, Wilhelmina Property, and Ruby, members all of Lilian's squadron during the war. These lawful ladies say no thanks to Nazi nonsense. But it'll take more than just gumption to defeat the Crime Minister, and so we join our heroes as they try to process these strange events and make a plan to suck it to those no-good Nazis.
I just don't understand it. Lilian told us Ingrid Iron died in an air raid in the closing days of the war.
She must not have been dead after all. We didn't really get a chance to check her vitals when the bunker collapsed, but that ceiling beam was lying right across her. Who could survive that?
Ingrid Iron, obviously. Holy cow, you ladies are tough. I'm glad you're on our side.
Let's not count our chickens before they're hatched, kiddo. The squad isn't exactly a unified front, you know. Lilian's off in Tangier picking up Giselle. Ruby is undercover with the Crime Minister. And Private Property ran off to raid her arsenal of explosives.
What? But she already had a dozen dynamite charges with her.
She left them in the bathtub.
Those are the charges he uses to blow locks off doors. If I know Wilhelmina Property, she's off getting something significantly more high caliber. But who knows how long that'll be. Private Property tends to get a little, dreamy when she visits her arsenal.
Oh, well, I hope she hurries back. I really have to use the bathroom, but I'm sure not going in there with a tub full of explosives.
I don't blame you, kid. Look, everyone, this is going to be a huge shock to Lilian when she gets back from the airport. We've got to break it to her gently.
Well, why are you looking at me? I've got my junior trauma counseling badge, so I always know the right thing to say.
Yeah, well, you've also got your junior loudmouth badge.
It's a junior news reporter badge. And if you didn't want the world to know what kind of foot cream you use, maybe you shouldn't have left it out on the sink.
Fellas, we need a plan. All that electrical equipment sorted out the microphone Ruby was wearing, so we lost our one source of inside information. That cyborg is out there somewhere, searching the streets for Lilian.
Who's looking for me? Certainly wasn't you lot, waiting to pick me up at the airport. I had to take a cab the whole way.
Miss Steele! Boy, am I glad to see you.
Lilian! Hi! Thank goodness you're all right.
All right, was putting it mildly after that flight, Peggy dear. Some liberally parented child was kicking my seat the entire time, and the in-flight menu may as well have had quotation marks around it.
No, I just mean, well, you're alive.
Certainly I am. Why? What's been happening in my absence?
I ran away and you were supposed to be looking for me, but I guess adventure called from across the sea.
Yes, I am sorry about that, Brad, dear, but I knew Victor would be able to find you. And here you are. Here we all are, the whole gang back together. Well, nearly. I presume Wilhelmina is off mooning about her arsenal. And I'm afraid Giselle won't be able to join us after all. She and Marushka are saving the kings of Europe from Professor Massacre.
Professor Massacre is at it again?
He sure is. But once we put away this Prime Minister joker, we can all go overseas and lend a hand. It'll be a nice little working vacation.
Look, Lilian, we've got something to tell you.
Certainly. But first, I've got something to tell you. I saw Ingrid.
You did?
You did? Oh, phew. Well, there, Mr. Marshall. You don't have to worry about that I'll spill the beans about Sergeant Iron being turned into a giant murder bot hell-bent on assassinating Miss Steele.
What?
What?
No, what did you say?
The, murder bot? Sergeant Iron's brain got put into a cyborg?
Oh, Brad.
What? She said she'd seen Ingrid.
I meant Giselle and Marushka's daughter, Ingrid. She's growing up so fast.
Lilian, come here. Sit down. You look pale.
Thank you, Victor.
Brad, get a glass of water.
Got it.
A murder bot, you say?
Ingrid must have survived the air raid, Lilian. They took her and made her into a weapon.
We were going to tell you a little more gradually, Lil. This is what Project Persephone is. The Prime Minister is targeting you. He figures once you're out of the way, he can seize the rest of Crime City.
Well, he didn't bet that I'd have a crew of bruisers with me, did he? Oh, but where is Ruby? I was hoping to talk privately with her before the fireworks began.
She's undercover with the Prime Minister. We sent her in with the microphone to gather intel, but her mic got shorted out.
Oh, dear. I'd imagine seeing Ingrid would be just as surprising for her.
Well, what do we do? If that cyborg doesn't find you, Miss Steele, it won't be long before the Prime Minister makes like an alfresco sketch artist and draws you out.
Come on, kid. Make like a charitable clock and give her a minute.
No, Victor. Brad's right. The Prime Minister doesn't know that we know about the cyborg, so that gives us the upper hand. We should make like hyperactive lightning and strike first.
Do you guys always talk like this?
Now listen, I think I've got something. I'm the target, so it makes sense for me to put myself out there in the open. Peggy, we'll get you somewhere high up and you can be my eyes in the sky.
You got it, Lil. There's a fair few old radio towers in the city that'll offer some good coverage. I'll be able to see that cyborg coming a mile away.
Oh, well, what are we supposed to do?
I'll come with you, Lilian.
Oh, me too.
No, I've got something else in mind for you two. Gather round, everyone. Here's my plan.
And while Lilian lays out the details of her clandestine plan, we'll take a short break and be right back after these messages. Because as the wheels of justice never cease, so too do the wheels of commerce. And with the golden ringing of capitalism's mighty eagle screech in our ears, we now present these words from our sponsors. Stay tuned!
How would you like to cook an entire dinner in only 3 hours instead of the usual 5? Impossible, you say? Not so. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the famous actress, writer, director, dancer, Kate Story. And I'm here to tell you about her new Zap-It brand microwaves. When you're a famous multi-hyphenate like myself, you don't always have a full 5 hours to devote to cooking a roast. What with galas, benefits, rehearsals, and fighting off an endless string of would-be suitors. But I don't sweat it. With the help of my new Zap-It microwave, I just pop dinner in the microwave, press a few buttons, and in a brisk 3 hours, it's ready to go. Thank you for my 2 hours back, Zap-It. You don't have to be a multi-hyphenate like me to appreciate a few extra hours in your day. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Am I right? And yes, the Zap-It brand microwave oven is simple enough that even a man can use it. Zap-It brand microwaves. Take it from me. I'm Kate Story, and that's no tall tale.
Ladies, has this ever happened to you?
Henry, would you like to do anything special for your birthday?
Yeah, just a decent cup of coffee for once.
You're kidding.
I'm serious. Your coffee's undrinkable.
Well, that's pretty harsh.
Well, so's your coffee. The girls at the office make better coffee using a hot plate. Well, see you later.
No.
Yes, a husband's harsh words can sting. But if you enroll today at Steinem Community College, you can take classes that will help you. Let's revisit our happy couple after just a few short weeks of classes from Steinem Community College.
Henry, our anniversary is coming up. Would you like to do anything special?
Yeah, I'd like to go on a vacation. Away from your coffee.
Henry, you show me some goddamn respect this instant. It's not my fault that we're a single-income family and can only afford these cheap Norwegian coffee beans. I'm going out to get a job so we can afford a few luxuries around the house. And if you don't like it, there's the door, bucko.
Steinem Community College. Because men somehow forgot that you're not their goddamn hired help. Enroll today.
Welcome back, junior detectives. When we last left our heroes, Lilian Steele was laid with the details of a master plan to damn the man and ban his clan all the way to Pakistan. That plan involves splitting it up into two groups to carry out two separate missions. We'll find out what goes on with Lilian and Peggy a little while later. But for now, we take you to the west side of Crime City, where Victor and Brad cautiously approach the Crime Minister's hideout with quite a payload in tow.
Come on, kids, stay close.
Well, I'm not staying too close, especially when you're carrying that big bag of explosives.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it either, but Lilian's plan was for us to break into the Crime Minister's hideout and arrest him while she deals with the cyborg. If the doors have locks, we're gonna have to blow them off.
Oh, just quit jostling it. You walk like an ape.
You want to carry this thing? Now keep quiet, we're getting close.
There's the door. Huh, that's weird. I would have expected a guard.
Yeah, all the better that there's no one around. These explosives are compact, but they're not exactly subtle. Every locked door we encounter is another dead giveaway that we're breaking in.
Well, we're in luck. Look, this door isn't even locked.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't they lock the front door?
Beats me. Look, there's a weird symbol scratched onto the doorknob. It looks like SS.
The SS? Like the German Secret Services?
Well, the Crime Minister was a Nazi after all. He must have brought some soldiers with him. And maybe they got bored? You know, guard duty is pretty tedious stuff, you know.
Yeah. Look, we'd better stop looking this gift horse in the mouth and get inside. All right. We're in the building. And we haven't had to use any explosives yet. Now look around. Do you see any sort of building directory, like a fire escape plan?
Oh, here's one. Oh boy, this floor plan looks confusing. There are a ton of twists and turns.
Can you find your way through it?
I think so. We'll start by going left, then a right, then two lefts, up some stairs, down the hall, hang a right, into the service elevator, and then hope that there's another directory somewhere.
Yikes. Okay, left it is. A door. Okay, let's get one of those explosives ready.
Huh, that's weird. This doorknob has SS scratched into it too, just like outside. And look, it's unlocked.
Another unlocked door? This is getting weird. Why would a crime boss like the Crime Minister leave all of his doors unlocked?
Uh-oh. This room has two doors in it. Which one should we take?
I wonder. Are there any markings on that doorknob?
Well, let's see. Nope, it's clean. And it's locked.
What about that one?
It's marked SS. And it's unlocked.
Kid, I think we're being led down a certain path.
By the SS? Oh, jeez. I don't like this one bit, Mr. Marshall.
You're right, it smacks of a trap. Wait, listen. What's that sound?
Sounds like electrical equipment. Before Ruby's mic blew out, there was a lot of electrical equipment around. We must be getting close.
All right, we'll keep going down this path, following the marked doorknobs, but keep your guard up.
I think I hear voices. Listen.
I'm just saying, I could whip up some diamond substitutes at a polyurethane, and then we wouldn't need that troublesome Von de Shines at all.
Polyurethane, but then they wouldn't be diamonds.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think you understand the aesthetic I'm going for here, Pablo.
It's Pablo Rescalo, the vandal. And the other voice sounds like the crime minister. They're right on the other side of this door.
Let me guess. The doorknob is marked SS?
It is.
It must be unlocked. Okay, kid. This is it. We're about to go toe-to-toe with the former Nazi commander, walking into what might be a trap with a bag of explosive on our backs. It's likely he won't go down easy. Are you ready?
An adventure scout is always at the ready, Mr. Marshall. Let's do this.
Okay. On 3. 1, 2...
Attack!
3.
Now, what is this?
Crime minister, you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. You have the right to go to jail for the rest of your stinking life.
Well, I choose to waive those rights, my lad. Pablo, is this who I think it is?
It's that creep, Victor Marshall, and his sidekick, Bramble.
Isn't this a lovely surprise?
Well, he's surprised to see us, Mr. Marshall. That means it wasn't a trap. Let's get him.
Kid, quit tugging on my sleeve.
I'm not.
Then who is?
What are you two whispering about over there?
Nothing. Crime minister, you're coming with us.
Oh, I don't know about that, Vic. Your arrival here may have been a surprise, but I'm the kind of man who always know the way out. Gary, bring out the girl.
Come along, little lady. No need to struggle.
Let go my arm, you great gullout! You'll pay for this insult, not just to me, but to the adventure scouts for whom I stand.
Wednesday Williams.
Brad Bramble? What are you doing here? Jeez Louise, just when you think a day can't get any worse.
Dad?
Victor, my boy, what are you doing here?
They're here to bust me out. That's what they're here to do, you big honking giant. Let go of me!
Victor, you shouldn't be here.
No, Dad. I think I'm right where I need to be. You're under arrest, Chief Gary Marshall. You and the Crime Minister and Pablo Rescalo and any other weirdos you've got kicking around here. Conspiracy and attempt to incite mayhem. And where are you hiding Ruby?
Ruby? She left hours ago to gather information on you. About the same time as I released my cyborg into the city. But you already knew about that, didn't you?
Of course we knew. Ruby's working for us.
Ruby was working for me.
She was a double agent?
Or was she a triple agent? Who was she really working for?
That's the trouble with spies, isn't it? You never can quite pin down whose side they're on.
Hey, Detective Slowpoke, make with the arrest already. Get me out of here.
Can we arrest Wednesday Williams, too?
What for? Come on, I'm the victim here.
You're complicit.
I'm not complicit. You're complicit, you big stupid sack of shenanigans.
We can't arrest her. She's clearly a hostage.
I told you we shouldn't have brought children into this. They always squabble over every little thing.
Not only that, but they provide a fitting distraction. You see, I'm not going anywhere. Drop the bag, Victor.
Do what he says, Victor. He's a desperate man.
I think I'll just set it down gently. It's filled with explosives.
Explosives? Well, you had quite a little plan coming in here, didn't you? Thought you could put a stop to all my schemes, did you?
That was the idea.
Oh. That is rich, isn't it, Pablo?
Oh, it's richer than gold leaf in that gilt frame, Crime Minister.
Poor, short-sighted detective. Don't you know it'll take more than a few explosives to stop Professor Helicopter Man?
We'll see about that. Nobody but nobody puts my friends in danger. And... wait. What?
Professor Helicopter Man? Who's Professor Helicopter Man? Is that your real name?
No, it's the title character from my screenplay. I assume you're here to stop me from writing it.
Here we go again.
What on earth are you talking about?
Well, you're familiar with Dr. Lady Pilot, I presume?
Yes.
Well, my character, Professor Helicopter Man, is kind of like that. But even better, because Professor Helicopter Man is a man.
Are you kidding me?
No, we're not here to stop you from writing a screenplay. We're here to stop you from committing crimes.
And from being a no-good Nazi.
Yeah, that too. I mean, specifically, we're here to stop your giant killer cyborg. Why do you think we're here?
The cyborg is a means to an end. Once it eliminates Lilian Steele and the rest of you do-gooders, I'll finally be able to bring the story of Professor Helicopter Man to life.
Hold on. Are you telling me that this whole thing, this whole goofy crime wave involving vandalism, jewelry thievery, making laser guns out of diamonds, animal mind control, and government corruption, and former Nazi commanders, it's also you can write a screenplay?
You say it like it's no big thing. Mr. Marshall, you don't know what it's like to try to express yourself creatively only to find at every turn people saying no. People saying unoriginal. People saying no one needs your ideas.
Yeah, but it's not exactly your idea, is it? It's a blatant ripoff of Dr. Lady Pilot. I mean, your whole pitch is that it's Dr. Lady Pilot, but with a man.
No, no, no! See, my character is a professor, and Dr. Lady Pilot flies a plane, but Professor Helicopter Man is the captain of a battleship.
That doesn't make any sense. He should fly a helicopter.
You sound just like those cretins at Random House. You don't know the first thing about the creative process.
I know you shouldn't join the Nazi party and create giant cyborgs to eliminate anyone who critiques your ideas.
And why not? That's what Adolf Hitler did when no one liked his paintings.
Get off it. Hitler was a terrible painter. You're a terrible writer. That's no excuse to be a lunatic.
Yeah, and Dr. Lady Pilot is great, just the way she is. She's a real role model for me.
And what about little boys? Shouldn't they have strong role models of strong men? Look at Victor here. Look how his life went downhill when his father betrayed him.
You forced me to betray him.
You did?
Of course you did, Victor. Everything I did, including kicking you out of the academy, was to protect you. To keep you away from this maniac and his crazy schemes.
Crazy schemes. I'm trying to give boys without a father someone that they can look up to.
Point of order. We have plenty of role models.
Oh, please. Name one.
Well, to start with, there's Superman.
Name one more.
Batman.
Oh, too obvious.
Okay, well, there's also Dick Tracy, Aquaman, Captain America. The Spirit, the Scarlet Pimpernel, Tarzan, John Carter of Mars, the Night Wind, the Grey Seal, Zorro, the Red Shadow, Buck Rogers, the Lone Ranger, Tonto, the Green Hornet and Kato, Conan the Barbarian, Doc Savage, Mandrake the Magician, the Phantom, the Golden Bat, Flash Gordon, Arrow, Zatara, and the Crimson Avenger. The Violet Avenger, the Scarlet Avenger, the Night Avenger, the Golden Avenger, the Avengers, Namor the Submariner, Blue Beetle, Amazing Man, the Flash, Hawkman, James Bond, Black Marvel, Robin, Dr. Fate, Green Lantern, Vision, Red Tornado, Quicksilver, Black Terror, Professor Supermind, Starman, Star-Lord, Star-Guy, Dr. Midnight, Tex Thompson, the American Crusader, Plastic Man, Johnny Quick, Johnny Five, Johnny Canuck, Captain Flag, the Fighting Yank, Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel Jr., Mr. Terrific, Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Amazing, Mr. Incredible, Robot Man, and Iron Man. And Maximo, Captain Comet, Marvel Man, Phantom Stranger, Captain Flash, Martian Manhunter, Adam Strange, Doctor Strange, Mr. Strange, Professor Weird, Wizard, Fizzer, Blizzard, and of course, Sargon the Sorcerer.
Wow.
Well, yeah. And all of those characters have huge, gaping character flaws. If anything, we need more strong, positive female role models.
All us girls have is Wonder Woman, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, and Dr. Lady Pilot. And Dr. Lady Pilot is the only one who doesn't run around in her underwear.
Wait, so you want Professor Helicopter Man to be in his underwear?
I don't want anyone to be in their underwear. That's a ridiculous way to fight crime. Just leave Dr. Lady Pilot alone and get your own idea.
How dare you? Professor Helicopter Man is the greatest story of our generation. I'm sick of you stifling me.
Jeez, there is nothing worse than telling a white man he can't express himself.
Wait. I still don't quite understand. Can you start from the beginning? How does Professor Helicopter Man get command of his battleship, was it?
Oh, merde. Don't ask him to start from the beginning, please. I beg of you, Marshal.
Suddenly interested in my screenplay, are you, Marshal? No. You think I'm going to fall for that old trick, chat away about my master plan, allowing you to stall for time while you spring a trap? Is Lilian Steele hiding somewhere nearby?
No, she's out dealing with her murder bot.
What is it then? Where is your little trap?
No traps, no tricks. I just honestly don't believe that you're going to all this trouble, causing all this pain, breaking all these laws, just for your writing. It must be pretty special.
It is. It's too special for the cold, intolerant world we live in. So I'm creating a new world that will accept my ideas.
A new world where everyone is obligated to accept your worldview?
Yes.
Yeah. Where everyone has to align themselves with your view of things, where the will of one man is more important than the freedom of billions?
Yes, if that's what it takes, yes.
Now tell me, is this the kind of world that Professor Helicopter Man would want to fly his helicopter in?
Professor Helicopter Man doesn't fly a helicopter. He's a ship captain. It's totally different. You just don't understand, Marshal, which is why I have to eliminate you and your friends and everyone like you. Now, why don't you take a step away from the bag of explosives?
This bag? But this bag doesn't have explosives in it.
What? But you said...
Oh, it did have explosives in it, but not anymore.
Where are they? What have you done with them?
Check your pockets, Crime Minister.
What? How? How did these charges get here?
I think I can answer that question for you.
Yikes! Where did you come from?
She just appeared out of that shadow.
Everyone, I'd like you to meet Sue Safe, safecracker extraordinaire. She's been helping us since we arrived at your hideout, Crime Minister.
You mean it was Sue Safe who unlocked all those doors for us? And you scratch your initials onto the doorknobs.
That's right, kid. SS Sue Safe at your service.
Wow, that is so cool. Sue Safe, Safe Cracker Spectaculaire. That's stupendous.
Hey, say it. Don't spray it, kid. Now drop that gun, Prime Minister. I'll blow you sky high.
How did you get in here undetected?
You see, Sue's suit lets her melt into the shadows and remain completely unseen. She made herself known to me as we first came into the room, and when you made me put down the bag of explosives, it was just a matter of leaving them here by this shadow. Sue's been back and forth, taking them out of the bag and putting them on your person this whole time.
No big deal.
Wednesday, Dad, come over here, away from the blast radius.
Oh, thank you, Victor.
Yeah, don't thank me yet. You're still under arrest.
Hey, what about me?
You're a criminal. You'll be blown up along with the big cheese there.
Sue, we should probably just try to arrest him.
Ugh. This taking a stand for good thing is so much to keep straight. They are the bad guys, aren't they? Why can't I just blow them up?
Yeah, we don't exactly operate that way. We have to bring them to justice.
Yeah, a fair trial. It's the way of the law.
That sounds, inefficient.
Oh, by all means, arrest me, Marshal. Wear your white hat and call it a day for the good people of Crime City. But you forget, I've been operating in this city for years. Every judge is in my pocket. Every district attorney is just a phone call away. And every jury can be easily bought. Arrest me. And then watch and wait until I'm back on the streets. By all means, have your fun. But don't be ignorant of the way things really operate here in Crime City. Ha! You don't...
Holy cow!
Stop!
Oh, God, I'm wet.
Sue! You blew him up!
Hey, yeah. Score one for the good guys.
You can't just blow people up!
Oh, he was boring me. I don't know how you put up with all this law and justice stuff. It takes forever. My way is faster.
It's the difference between being an officer of the law and being a vigilante.
You know, Vic, I thought you might be a bit of fun, but I should have known. You heroes always have to do things a certain way.
Yeah, and blowing up criminals because it's faster is not the way.
Oh, what a drag. You've got my number, Vic. Call me if you stop being such a stick in the mud.
Sue, wait. Darn it, she melted into the shadows again.
Wow, that suit was skin tight. How's she moving that thing?
You know, despite everything, I admire her moxie.
Boy, I'll say, that was some gravity-defying moxie.
Come on.
I like her. I wonder if we'll ever hear from Sue Safe ever again.
Well, don't be so quick to put her on a pedestal. She blew up the Crime Minister, who might be the only person who knows how to power down the cyborg. Ms. Steele is in incredible danger if we can't think of a solution.
Ooh, what happened? My ears, they are ringing.
Pablo, he survived the blast. He designed the cyborg. I bet he knows how to power it down. Quick, grab him.
Yikes! Excuse me while I like Van Gogh's ear and cut myself out of the picture. You'll never catch me, flatfoots.
Oh, great. Come on, Brad. We've got to catch him before he gets away. Dad, get Wednesday home safely and then turn yourself in at the police station. We'll deal with you later.
All right, but I hope you'll let me explain myself.
We'll see. Come on, Brad.
1 second, Mr. Marshall. Wednesday?
What is it, Bramble?
Well, I don't think we should be enemies anymore.
What are you talking about?
Well, I met the head scout, Lord Scottabald Duggan. He told me there's no assistant manager position. We've been fighting over an imaginary promotion. The troop leader is just whichever kid is the oldest.
What are you saying?
Lord Duggan is on his way to town to get the Adventure Scouts working properly again, and he's going to need our help to do it.
Is this some kind of trick?
Oh, no, I think we should be partners.
Bramble. I'd like that.
Oh, me too, Wednesday.
I'll be in charge, obviously, since I'm older.
What? But I've got my do-gooder badge.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
That's not real.
Brad, we've got to go.
This isn't over, Williams.
We'll see about that, Bramble. Wednesday Williams always comes in first place. I'll see you in the funny pages, loser!
I hate her so much.
Listen, kid, the race is on. We've got to find Pablo Rascalo and get to the park in the center of town before that cyborg makes mincemeat out of Lilian.
Okay, Mr. Marshall. Let's put an end to this once and for all.
The crime minister atomized before your very ears, junior detectives. That's certainly one way to put a stop to a crime wave. But was Sousa's pragmatic brand of justice the answer? Or should the late crime minister face the due process at the hands of the law? It's these kinds of questions that will keep our program relevant well into the 21st century, junior detectives. Well, messy or not, the crime minister is out of the picture. But don't forget, there's still a cybertronic menace roaming the streets looking for Lilian. Find out what happens when Crime City returns after these messages.
Look there! In the sky, it's everyone's favorite high-flying heroine, Dr. Lady Pilot. Listen and wonder as she flies her F-100 Sky Dancer to adventure, chock full of dirigible. Be a part of the adventure by ordering your own set of official Dr. Lady Pilot aviator goggles. Sign up for the Dr. Lady Pilot official fan club and receive a personalized message from Dr. Lady Pilot herself.
Dear Billy, thank you for signing up to be a junior pilot. You're just what we need to sock it to old Addie Hitler and those stinking krauts. And you're also named after my favorite type of goat. Keep an eye on the sky and be ready to fly. This is Dr. Lady Pilot saying bye-bye. Aviation to yours, DLP. Wowie zowie.
Join Dr. Lady Pilot on her latest adventure as she searches for the Bermuda Triangle for her dear old pal Amelia Earhart. If anyone can track down the AWOL aeronaut, it's someone with a double PhD in aerodynamics and good old American spirit. You'd better stick to terra firma if you know what's good for you, you stinking Nazis. Tune in directly following... Wait, what's this? Crime City? Well, tune in directly following whatever that is to catch the latest adventures of Dr. Lady Pilot. Keep an eye on the sky and be ready to fly, America.
Meanwhile, as Victor and Brad face off against the crime minister in a park in the center of town, Lilian Steele waits under the watchful eye of Peggy Sparks, who is perched atop a nearby radio tower, keeping an eye out for the cyborg formerly known as Ingrid Iron. Is our hero any match for the metal monstrosity that a former commander has become? Stay tuned and find out.
Lilian, come in. Do you read me?
Yes, I read you, Peggy. There's no need to check in every 2 minutes.
Sorry, Lil. This plan is just real risky. It's got me a little nervous.
Trust me, Peggy. It'll be fine. Do you see anything yet?
Not yet. I've been sending out the recording you made every 2 minutes like clockwork. Lilian Steele is in the park alone and unarmed. All frequencies. The cyborg is bound to pick it up sooner or later.
Good.
Look, are you sure this is a good idea? You don't have any weapons or anything. We gave all the explosives to the fellas, and private property still hasn't come back from her arsenal. You're awfully vulnerable down there.
It'll be fine. I don't want to hurt Ingrid.
Lilian, that thing isn't Ingrid anymore.
It's got her brain, doesn't it?
It's also got lasers and a chrome steel exoskeleton. All you've got is whatever's in that bag you're carrying. What's in there anyhow?
Don't worry about it, Peggy. Just keep sending out that signal.
Fine. But I still don't see how you're supposed to win this fight.
This fight isn't about winning.
Holy AC/DC! Do you feel that tremor?
I did. Well, what can you see from up there?
Nothing yet.
There it is again.
The traffic light 3 blocks north of here just went out.
Do you see her?
I don't think so.
Those tremors are getting stronger.
Wait! I see it. 2 blocks north, heading your way. Find some cover.
I'll be fine, Peggy.
Lilian, this is making me nervous. What's the plan?
I'm going to talk to her.
You know the cyborg has lasers, right?
Yes, yes.
Terrain change, grass and dirt. Adjusting gyroscopes to compensate. Scanning for target.
Ingrid, I'm over here.
Target acquired. Powering weapons.
Ingrid, I'm unarmed. Will you come over here?
Scanning. Target is holding satchel. Contents unknown. Continue powering weapons.
I'll put it down, all right? Ingrid, I'd like to talk to you.
Approaching target.
Holy Hannah, it's huge!
Gee, Peggy, that's our old commander.
Scanning. No weapons detected.
No, Ingrid, I'm unarmed. I wanted to talk to you.
Programming dictates elimination of target following attempt at self-defense.
I understand, but I won't fight you.
Recalculating.
Ingrid, listen. I want to apologize.
Error.
Lilian, what are you doing?
Sergeant Ingrid Iron. I, Private First Class Lilian Steele, formally apologize for my behavior and answer for charges of misconduct while carrying out my duties under your command.
Error, this does not compute.
May I show you what I brought with me?
Powering weapons!
It's all right, I'm unarmed. I'll move slowly.
Weapons at full capacity.
Here. They're my medals of commendation that I was awarded after the war. I want you to have them.
What?
I don't deserve the honor. I don't deserve any of them. I was arrogant, disrespectful, insubordinate, and unkind. I put the squad at risk, our missions at risk, our country at risk, and I destroyed your trust and goodwill and our friendship. I want you to have these.
I don't want them, Steele.
Well, then I'll hurl them into the ocean. I only ever kept them because they reminded me of the debt I owed you. Ingrid, you must believe me. I think about that bunker every day, and I try to make it right.
You didn't even check my vitals.
I know.
They dragged me out of the rubble and kept me frozen in a lab for 8 years.
I know.
I should kill you, Steele.
And I deserve it.
You're supposed to fight back. That's what you do. That's what you always do.
Not this time, Ingrid. I'm here to take my medicine, whatever that means.
Lilian, what are you doing? This can't be your plan.
Is that Private Sparks on your earpiece?
Yes. Peggy and I have stuck together on and off over the years. She's up in that radio tower over there.
Hi, Sarge.
Do you remember Stuttgart?
I do. Private Property cooked up a batch of moonshine using an old artillery shell and a fuel line I salvaged from an aircraft. The whole squad got sick.
Except for Peggy.
That's right, she was out fixing our radar dish.
And when she came back to base, we were all sick as could be.
I had to take care of you all for 2 days.
When Giselle was so feverish, she decoded a set of coordinates backwards.
We blew up the wrong building.
But it turned out that building was the storage facility for Ava Braun's summer dresses.
Ruby kept a few of those dresses and wore them the next time she went undercover behind German lines.
And everyone said what terrible taste she had. They didn't know they were insulting Hitler's girlfriend's wardrobe.
Oh, those are the times I remember, all of us together, sticking it to those lousy Nazis.
It comes back to me in waves. I can't always focus. All these other messages in my head.
Ingrid, we could help you remember, Peggy and I. And Ruby and Giselle and even Private Property. I got the squad all back together. We're going overseas to help Giselle free the kings of Europe from Professor Massacre. You could come with us.
Professor Massacre is at it again?
He is. And we could really use a squad commander.
Can you really help me?
We could give it a fighting shot, Sergeant.
I'd like that.
It pains me to be the bearer of bad news, junior detectives, but sadly I must do my duty. Across town at this very moment, Sue Safe is pulling the trigger on the detonation device that will send the Crime Minister his just reward in a million tiny pieces. Unbeknownst to our heroes, in the Crime Minister's pocket was a small electronic signaling device, and on this device was a small red button, a button which he was depressed with his final breath. I wish it weren't so, but we're about to see the vile legacy of that brigand's button pushing right now.
Yikes! A Russian radio wave just hit that tower. What the Heinrich Rudolf Hertz was that? Lilian, do you read me? Hello?
Programming override.
Ingrid?
Enact Thanatos Protocol. Weapons to full power.
Ingrid, what's happening? What's Thanatos Protocol?
Target. Lilian Steel acquired. Eliminate with maximum prejudice.
Ingrid! No!
Curse that crime minister! Always with an ace up his sleeve, vexing our heroes even from the afterlife. Is this the end of Lilian Steel? Find out next month in the season finale of Crime City. Once Upon a Crime in America!
Crime City, the podcast, is produced by Andrew Root and Adam Martignetti. Listen to previous episodes on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, and Soundcloud. To help us find new listeners, rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks to the good people at ptbocanada.com for their media sponsorship. Special thanks to Ian Osborne, Ryan Kerr, Sarah McNeely, Kate Etchier, Scott Duggan, Brianna Ashby, and Sarah Tye. Information about future shows can be found at facebook.com/Crime City the Series and on Twitter @Crime City Series. We'll see you next month, Junior Detectives.